And I think, the one thing is they are hard on themselves, as I mentioned. I am too, in the fact of every day what we do. But guys, you're not going to play a perfect game. Let's understand that. We can't let plays accumulate after one may have gone bad, but we're another one after that. And it was a battle, and they won more shares of the battle than we did. And it's something to grow from and move forward. And there's no walking around and feeling sorry for ourselves. We haven't done that. We're not doing that. We're not wired that way. So it's, again, something in which you build and learn from, and that's what we're doing. And again, today was a productive day. I love the way we approached the day. It was one of those days you didn't want to practice. And I always say to them, I want to feel the practice. I felt the practice today. They have the look in their eyes, the approach, all those things.
When you look at this group, they played a ton of football. Have you seen them respond differently, though, after this Florida game? It seems like maybe, I don't want to say they hurt more, but they maybe respond a little bit differently.
The Oregon game, there was a lot of hurt. There was hurt after Florida. I think of maybe the frustration part of it with Oregon or with Florida, and the fact that we allowed some things to go wrong by our doing. Maybe communication call, whatever it may have been in a combination, or turning the ball over, in which it was one of those ones where we said, hey, it could have been, but we didn't allow it because of this and this. So there was a frustration part. And I think from that standpoint, there was more really of the fact of let's get back to work and get this fixed than there was sulking, because they knew that in reality we had some opportunities that it was self-inflicted by what we did.
How good is that to see from your guys that they don't sit there and just think about the last game, that they want to continue to improve?
It's really good. I think it's, again, a sign of the maturity, a sign of, you always worry because you say, well, does that mean they really don't care? No, they care deeply. They're just mature enough to say, hey guys, let's snap and clear. And like we always say, no matter if it's a win or a loss, don't let the last game affect you on the opponent you're playing. We're not playing Florida again this week. We can't let that happen. We've got to move on to a quality opponent in South Alabama, which we are, and which we have, and our approach has been. And I think the guys, again, from the maturity and knowing, hey, we can't allow this to happen again. Myself, them, all that, in terms of the demands of our footwork, our pad level, our physicality, all that.
I just wanted to ask about the freeze technique that you teach the offensive line on the offsides play. What's kind of the rationale behind that? Where did y'all come up with?
Well, you get into a rhythm of cadence, snap count, and all those things, to where you go and you go and you go, and then after a while you go, hey, we got to keep them honest. You watch the NFL games, there's different cadences that you'll hear, over the TV in terms of the quarterback barking out all these cadences as well. In an up tempo, it's a little bit different in terms of just how you operate and how you move. So we'll vary things up, but it's just one in which there's discipline involved. There's getting over the ball. There's the command of the quarterback, and guys jump, and the center's got to have the awareness of, is he completely across and snapping, and the rest staying still. So there's no doubt from the officials, which there was on Saturday, which he was wrong.
I apologize if you've been asked. Is there an update on Matt Crowder?
I can't comment on injuries.